You will be representing the neighborhood cafe, grocery store, and food pantry, all found on Oak Street. These places will fulfill the food and nutrition needs of the students during the reality game part 2. At your station, students will pay for healthy food and nutrition for their family through groceries, eating out, and or the food pantry. The resources that you will need during this at this station are the food and nutrition records, which are up on the screen. You will also need a food option card. During the game, yours will be in color and it'll be laminated, but it's a card that gives the different food options. You will also have food pantry status cards, a pencil, and a stamp marker, or it may be stickers if that's how you're set up for the game. So when your student comes to your station, the first thing you're going to do is explain the food options to them. They have 3 different food options, and this is where this food option card comes in. So you'll show this to them, and they will see that there's 3 different ways that they can go, and different amounts that they'll pay. So for convenience food and eating out, which costs $1,200 a month for their family of 5, the nutritional value and quality is poor, but it's convenient, and that might work out for what their needs are. The next option is healthy, fresh food cooked at home, which is considerably less expensive at $800 per month for their family of 5. And of course, the nutritional value and quality is excellent. So that seems to me to be a good choice. The budget food is the next one, and that's at $600 a month. Now that's things that are typically not as have quality of food and nutrition. So the nutritional value and quality is average. Not as bad as actually eating out and the convenience food, but not as good as the healthy, fresh food cooked at home. So you can just explain those different options to the students. It's also written here that explain the breakdown of how that works. So the student will give you their option and what they want, and when they choose, then you'll check mark the box that it corresponds to. They'll also have the opportunity, the food pantry is there in town, is always needing donations. They're always needing help in providing food for those that can't pay for it themselves. And so if the student is so inclined, they can donate to the food pantry. This is obviously optional. You can just opt for that opportunity and leave it at that. They would need to donate in multiples of 100 because that's the only kind of currency we have in this game. So you would go ahead and take the money and write down the amount that they donated for. Also, if the student is struggling, they have the opportunity to go to the food pantry. What they would do when they go there is they need to apply, and that's just kind of pretend that they applied because they're not going to actually fill out an application. But what they are going to do is there will be food pantry status cards at your station, and when they pick it, the card will either say, "Congratulations, their application has been accepted for 2 weeks," and so they get 2 weeks of food for their family of 5. Or the card might say, "Sorry, your application is still being processed. Please check back next month." So depending on if they get the food pantry card, which would say congratulations, that's great, except they still have 2 weeks that their family needs food. In that case, what they're going to need to do, and if you look here on this thing, it says food FP, meaning food pantry. They can use the food pantry voucher for that. They would then, in addition, need to buy 2 weeks worth of budget food, which would come to $300. If they have those 2 things, the food pantry plus the $300, then that would equal enough to feed their family for that month. So with this whole document, you need to make sure that either the student pays for their food here, and if they do, then you're going to X the number for that month. You can just make an X with your pencil on that month number. Or they can fulfill it by doing the food pantry plus the $300, in which case then you would X the month number here. So if they fulfill their need for their food, then you would actually go to their game board, which they should have with them. And on their game board, the box for food and nutrition looks like this. It's in the upper left-hand corner. And you would, if they fulfilled it for the first month, say, you would take your stamp marker and you would stamp over the number 1. Or if it's a sticker, if that's what you're using in your setup, you can put the sticker over the number 1. And then you just do the same for the remaining months as they fulfill those needs. So that's it for food and nutrition. If they applied for the food pantry and they were unable to get it the first month, they can keep reapplying each month, which just means that they can, next month they can come back and they can choose another card. And if it's good, yes. If not, they can come back again. So that should do it for the food pantry, or for the food and nutrition. Thank you.